Hey, Max here, and I got a hot topic to talk to you movie fans about. It's not just for Star Wars fans, because this is about casting. It's a big issue in Hollywood, and this topic's going to be all about it. Recast. The recast. Should you do it? Does it work? And after making this video, I 100% think that you should try, but you need to take care and respect while you do it. And if something's not working, you gotta realize it while you're doing it and course correct. Because if you get it wrong, it's a disaster. And a disaster is heading its way to theaters on May 25th, 2018. So, I want to give the warning first. Warning! This video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and a Mad Max. And I'm mad because we could have had something amazing if they took the care to get it right. And if something wasn't going right, you made the wrong choices. Nothing goes the way you expect in life. What makes something great is how you handle it when you get bumps in the road. This Solo movie is a bump in the road, and it went off the road. Went off the rails. The train rails, whatever that train's called in the trailer. But let's get on to it. Here's one of my videos I'm most proud of because, and if you haven't watched it already, go check it out because it was the first time, it was shortly after the first time that I heard him deliver those lines in a deadpan, monotone voice with no confidence. And you don't have to look like Harrison Ford. That's not the point. I cannot stand when people say, what do you want, a carbon copy of Harrison Ford? No. Recasting works, and a lot of the times where it works best is you get the essence of the character. Han Solo is a scoundrel with confidence. This guy is neither. So they got it wrong. And they're going to do a whole marketing campaign about everyone else. So, the worst character recast in history is about to hit theaters on May 25th, 2018. And Disney and the media are already trying to spin it. And while you prepare for the first social media reactions, reviews, review embargoes, and media campaign that's going to start with Cannes Film Festival that puts Han in the co-pilot seat and second to everyone else in the campaign, just remember, I got a bad feeling about this. And I think you guys do too. And don't let marketing trick you. Marketing does trick the audience, trick the consumer. Look at The Last Jedi. I think that was one of the biggest tricks in movie history. And that's why the backlash is so real. They overhyped that to death. Maybe if they would have given more genuine reactions from the critic arc review community, we wouldn't still be talking about it. The best movie since Empire Strikes Back. I heard this is really good. Let the other characters take you on a ride. No, I want Solo and Solo. And getting on to the topic here. Hollywood loves to show too much in the trailer. And they are only going to show the best of Han in the trailer. So, and this is why I feel that I'm able to do this top 5 now. So if the best of Alden's acting as Han is in the trailers, we are in for a train wreck. A conveyance wreck of monotone delivery, zero confidence, uncomfortable one-liners, and cringe-worthy flirting with Kira. So, I have enough info here to go and compile my top 5 list. And if you disagree, please let me know your top 5 worst recast in movie history and also your top 5 where they nailed it. Okay. And I want to also say recasting does work. It works a lot of the time. And Kathleen Kennedy should know from Back to the Future. It's just a complete failure on her part. And when you treat properties with respect, this shouldn't happen. Maybe you had good intentions, but if Kathleen was a capable head of Disney film when things were not working, Solo should have been delayed and recast instead of trying to keep a schedule. And that's 100% why Lucasfilm, and McDisney deserve criticism for this McDisney junk they are trying to push on fans. So, to really show this can work, let's get on to the top 5 and worst 5 recasts of all time. And don't forget to vote in the poll. And if you think it isn't possible, I think you're wrong. Because look at that guy on the right. One of the best performances in movie history we would not have if we did not recast. So it's definitely possible. All right. Now, I'll start with number 5. Oh, I included this first because this is another video I did. This is very close to what it could have been for Back to the Future. And I think this is very close to what happened with the Solo production. They could have got it right if they recast. Number 5. Michael Gambon as Dumbledore. Really smooth transition. He kept enough of the original performance of the original actor when he passed away. Really good recasting. It works. Never missed a beat. Just kept on going and made a great series of movies. So this is a really good recast because it was necessary. There was no other choice to recast, and they got it right. And now for my number 5 worst is I love Don Cheadle. He's a great actor, but War Machine is boring now. And War Machine could be a really cool character too. I am not excited anytime I see him pop up in any of the films. And Infinity War, he could be on his way, really, honestly, in my opinion. It's not exciting. Superheroes should be exciting. Don Cheadle as War Machine is not, in my opinion. Okay, now to number 4. Lena Headey in Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. And just to let you know, I'm not the huge Lena Headey fan. I'm not really against her either. But this series worked. And this is where I would actually like the... I would love a continuation of this series or a movie from these characters. Just start making movies based off where they left off. Because this was a great series. It was interesting. And it didn't rely on Arnold. And Arnold, I love him. He's iconic. But I think it's holding the Terminator franchise back. If you want to continue with it, don't try to keep forcing him in every single movie. Even Terminator Salvation had some decent stuff in it, but then when they got to the forced Arnold scene, oh, that's what ruined it for me. There's other things in there too, but they won't let go of Arnold. And it's possible. And this was a great recast for Sarah Connor. I think she did a great job. Okay, number 4 for on the worst side of recasts, George Clooney as Batman and Bruce. What a great opportunity he had. I mean, the movie wasn't good, but he didn't try at all. I mean, he realized what he was in, and he didn't even give it a shot. I don't know if you can't blame him for that, but this is one of the worst recasts in movie history, definitely. Number 4. Number 3, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I'm going to say something controversial here. I think I like this recast better. I love Obi-Wan, the original Obi-Wan. But Ewan McGregor just is really... Every moment he's on screen in the prequel trilogy, you're drawn to him. Such an amazing job. A great homage to the original actor and also bringing his own into it. And this is another failure on Lucasfilm's part. They were so concerned with dismissing George and dismissing the prequels because of general movie-going reaction and how they view the prequels, that they took too long to get Obi-Wan standalone started. And maybe it's too late. I think a lot of things are on hold right now. And he is one of the best recasts in movie history. And if you didn't use him, it's a missed opportunity for sure. No, number 3, Nick Stahl as John Connor. And it's surprising. I was really thinking hard about this episode, and I didn't realize how much Terminator is going to show up in it. And that's really why, even though the director from Deadpool, what's his name, is behind this with James Cameron, I'm still not sold because they've gone so much wrong in Terminator, and they're still sticking with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think he's holding it back, in my opinion. And I may do a whole hot topic on that. I'm not sure yet. But Nick Stahl as John Connor was cringeworthy. You could say what you will about the movie, but he was one of the worst recasts in movie history, in my opinion. Number 2, Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly. And before you say, wait a second, he was in the first movie. Yes, but it counts because they started filming with the original actor, Eric Stoltz. So this is one of the best recasts, and this is what should have happened to Solo, this exact scenario. And you know what? If I can remember right, I think Kathleen Kennedy was involved with Back to the Future at some part, on some level, maybe even a producer. So she should know better. She has all this years of history experience in the movie, well, finger quotes experience, in movie making, and she didn't get it right. This exact scenario happened to her before. The public even knows about this. They should have known better. So Michael J. Fox and Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies of all time. It ranks right up there with A New Hope for me. My Star Wars, A New Hope, and Back to the Future are like tied for me for my number 1 movie of all time. Number 2, another Terminator actor makes the list. Emilia Clarke as Sarah Connor. She looks confused. So are we. I don't get why she was cast. Did not work. And now we're going to get to the number 1. And I think you all knew, but if we didn't recast, we would never have seen Heath Ledger's Joker. And you know what? People were not on board with him when it was announced. But as soon as you saw the first trailer, you knew they were on to something. And when you saw the first trailer with Alden speaking, you know they missed it. They got it wrong. You know it. You could see it coming. And that's why Alden Ehrenreich is also my number 1 worst recast in movie history. So, I hope you enjoyed this list. I encourage you to make your own in the comments and vote again in the poll. And wow, on my top 5 worst list unite for Solo: A Star Wars Story. And if you say it's unfair of me to judge Alden's performance in the trailer was enough to turn me off to him as Han Solo. Just for the fun, at the end here, I included some of casting that almost happened. Some real close calls. These are not recasts, but they're what could have been. And to show why casting is so important, we definitely dodged some blaster shots with these. Okay, Tom Selleck as Indiana Jones. Now, on second thought, he might have done decent, but not like Harrison Ford. I just don't see it. I think he was even considered for Han, if I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but he might have been considered for Han and Indiana Jones and passed on both. So, and wow, would we have a different movie universe if Harrison Ford wasn't Han or Indiana? Wow. So they definitely got it right with Harrison. Stuart Townsend was almost Aragorn. Very close call. I think is even up to, like, 2 days before they started filming that Stuart Townsend was going to be Aragorn. Very close call. Dougray Scott as Wolverine. Nothing against him. I don't think it would have worked. And man, Hugh Jackman, one of the best casting in movie history. He really embodies the character as much as Luke Skywalker. Really, really great. When you think of Wolverine, you're always going to think of Hugh Jackman. Great casting. So I really want to know your thoughts about all this on casting. If recasting should happen, should you leave it alone? I think there is opportunities there, but you have to be careful. So, and now I'll get to the viewer comment. This is a rebellion, isn't it? I rebel. Here's his comment. Thanks for your comment. Hey Max, quick question. What do you think about Star Wars Explained still doing this week in clickbait video, but changing the name? Do you think he still hasn't learned anything and just trying to get the views? Few thoughts. I do think he's still trying to get the views, and I actually think it's a good series now, as long as he doesn't cross the line again. And it actually could help the Star Wars community if you do a video really examining, and it's nice to see a different side. The only issue is I think he's a little bit back on his high horse, which a lot of people are, but if I just saw this video, I would have been all for it, but I can't forget what he did. And what he did was baloney, and it was aggressive, and it was uncalled for, and it's still up. So, with the approach he's going through now, I totally am for it. Don't cross the line, though, and I like watching videos that explain another point of view in an intelligent manner. I would love a show somewhere where we get both sides on the same topic and have a real debate about it. And Jedi Council is so disappointing, because what a great opportunity to have a real debate, because a council should get all points of view. And I don't think we're getting that on Jedi Council. Christian Harloff, I have mixed feelings about. I think he tries a little bit. I think he should try harder. And it would be great to get all points of view and have a real good discussion and a real council, and that really could bring the community together. So I think it's good. I don't think you should forget what happened, though. That's all I'm saying. So if the other videos didn't exist, this would be an amazing series. That's my thoughts. Let me know yours. And don't forget, the boycott begins May 4th, 2018, when the May the 4th, the big marketing campaign for merchandise for Star Wars starts. So that's when we're going to take May the 4th back for the fans. And I really believe that Star Wars is depressing now. That's why I made that thumbnail. And honestly, the video got me depressed. Seriously. I just kept thinking about how upset I am about Mark Hamill does not even want to be Luke Skywalker, and how even though my April Fool's video, I really thought hard about how to bring Luke back, and it was just the theory of how you could do it. There were some plot holes in it, but I just wanted to give a start, and I thought it'd be fun for April Fool's video, and that's how much I wanted Luke back being Luke. But after seeing how much it's hard for him to be Luke now and make Disney Star Wars, I kind of like, you know what, even if they find a way to bring Luke back, is it worth it? I don't know anymore. So it's very depressing to think about the state of Star Wars. But there's going to be more to come. And this is where I want to remind you, you don't have to follow me anywhere. Following is creepy. Patreon stinks. I have t-shirts, so don't go to TeePublic. And Movie Talk Cam Girls, they stink. I don't like Movie Talk Cam Girls. If you want to super chat, just comment below. I just want you movie fans to join in the conversation, and I'm trying to keep it real as much as possible. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.